Hello, my name is Hubert. I am a psychology student, mainly interested in clinical psychology. And today's questions is, um, what is my understanding of the core of borderline personality disorder? To specify, I have no permission to diagnose anybody, and I have actually no permission to I'm not diagnosing anybody. I'm not saying that anybody has it. If you struggle with any symptoms that may resemble borderline personality disorder, I suggest that you contact the fit specialist and get the proper diagnosis. Okay, let's get down to it. So, by many scholars such as Dr. Grande or Sam Vaknin, they tend to point and they tend to point at one core symptom that is let's say the center of borderline personality disorder. This is the irony of this, and it is the distorted sense of self. So you actually don't know who you are, you don't know anything, and you are a fragmented version of yourself. You are the fragments of yourself, and you switch between those fragments. So this is the Dr. Grande said this might be the one of the main features that is the core out of which other symptoms organize. I would like to suggest the approach through memory, which is the recorder of our identity and of our personality. Because borderline personality disorder is, in fact, a fragmented self. It is, in fact, a constellation of fragments of personality, which is distorted, unorganized, and it makes it difficult to function normally every day. Because of this, we have very deep, intense emotional arousal and very deep, intense emotions that are often contradictory to each other. All right. So what is the part that memory plays in it? Let's see let's look at the research actually. So research shows that individuals with borderline personality disorder do not differ in the terms of remembering positive emotions from people who do not suffer from BPD. But when it comes to negative emotions, they differ severely. According to research, people with borderline personality disorder have tend to view neutral symptoms, neutral stimuli differently than people without borderline personality disorder, individuals that don't suffer from BPD. So basically, when there's a neutral stimuli, not a negative one, not a positive one, but neutral, individuals who suffer from BPD have a tendency to view it as negative, but more often view it as a negative stimuli. So we see a face that is like doesn't is neutrally is neutral towards us. We see a facial expression that is neutral, and an individual with borderline personality disorder may look at it and see that this person might be angry with me, might be furious, might have a problem with me. So we see the distorted view of the outside world, probably mostly due to attachment issues. But yeah. So what happens when we view neutral stimuli more often than people who don't suffer from BPD as negative ones? We tend to have we tend to dissociate. We tend to bury down the emotional turmoil deep inside in the unconscious. So we do not remember too good what actually happened, because there's so much emotions that it would be difficult to normally function if we remembered. So we tend to bury down the memories. And even though we remember the emotional affect, the emotional arousal, we might have difficulties remembering the actual cognitive information, which is fairly interesting. But when it comes to the memory, also there's also a different approach. So this is the first approach, that we bury down the emotions because of the emotional turmoil. We have to bury it down, and we have a tendency to not recall things, to not remember the cognitive information and cognitive context of the emotional arousal, but remember the emotional arousal with individuals with borderline personality disorder. But what happens when what happens if we metaphorically, or if we take a different approach? Borderline personality disorder is indicated also by the Sam Vaknin also said that borderline personality disorder is a less severe version of dissociative personality disorder. So it is actually scientifically proven that we have dissociative tendencies with borderline personality disorder. It is scientifically proven that individuals with borderline personality disorder tend to experience dissociative symptoms. So, dissociative symptoms are associated with problems with memory, lack of memory, and it is scientifically proven, everyone knows that. It is also fairly logical. So we have two different approaches. One is that because of the emotional turmoil, we tend to dissociate, and the next one says that dissociation is also associated with not remembering. So many people with the qualitative studies with borderline personality disorder tend to describe their experiences as the feeling of being a child in the fog, right? The feeling of being unable to function, of being unable to do anything, of not knowing everything, anything, of not being able to figure out what to do. And fairly, the fog itself might be the result of dissociation. So you don't remember because you buried down the memories under the defense mechanisms and dissociate from that, from your memories. So the fog is the defense mechanism, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to control the emotions you had. So this is a coping mechanism, and it comes with a cost of not being able to figure out what to do, of not knowing who you are, of not knowing what to do. And so the dissociation, so the emotional arousal, extreme emotional arousal, is what makes individuals with borderline personality disorder experience this feeling of not being able to actually understand what to do, how to do it, and who they are actually. So the feeling of being a child in a fog is because of coping mechanism, because of dissociation, is because of natural coping mechanism. So this is the cost of borderline personality disorder, and it's extremely important to, with the therapy, to organize, to bury out the buried emotions, to prevent the dissociation, and experience the pain in the trauma that is implicated in the memory of an individual from the very young age. And by experiencing it and slowly wearing this off, the fog might disappear eventually. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and be eager to comment. Feel free to leave a like and comment. See you.